Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon everyone. My name is Andini and in this presentation I will explain one of the most important concepts in language assessment, namely validity. Understanding validity is essential because it helps teachers and test developers ensure that assessment accurately measures students' language abilities. Without validity, test results may not truly reflect what learners know or can do. Let's begin by discussing what validity means and why it is so important in language assessment. Validity is one of the most crucial concepts in language testing and assessment. Simply put, validity refers to the extent to which a text measures what it is intended to measure accurately and appropriately. When designing a language test, we must ensure that the scores obtained by students genuinely represent their actual language abilities rather than factors such as luck, memorization, or confusing test instruction. It is important to note that validity is not a property of the test itself. Instead, it concerns how the test results are interpreted and used. For example, a reading test may be highly valid for measuring reading comprehension skill, but it would not be valid if it were used to evaluate students' speaking abilities. Main types of validity. These are several major types of validity that contribute to the quality of a language assessment. First is context validity. Context validity refers to the extent to which the text items represent and content and learning objectives that have been solved. In other words, the text should cover the skill and knowledge that students are expected to demonstrate. For example, if the learning objective is to develop students' ability to write business letters, a valid assessment should require students to write a business letter rather than answer multiple choices questions about letter structure. Second is criterion-related validity. Criterion-related validity examines how closely the result of a test corresponds to another established and trusted measure, known as a criterion. This type of validity can be divided into two categories. Concurrent validity. This occurs when the result of a new test are consistent with a result of another recognized test administered at the same time. Predictive validity. This refers to a test's ability to predict future performance. For example, TOEFL scores are often used to predict whether students are prepared to succeed in academic environment where English is the primary language. The third is construct validity. Construct validity focuses on whether a test truly measures the theoretical ability or skill it is designed to assess. A construct may include concepts such as listening fluency, communicative competence, or reading comprehension. A test with strong construct validity accurately reflects the underlying language ability and successfully distinguish between students with higher and lower levels of proficiency. Factors affecting validity. Maintaining validity in language assessment can be challenging. Several factors may reduce the validity of a test, including unclear instruction. Assessment can be challenging. Several factors may reduce the validity of a test. Unclear instructions. Students may answer incorrectly not because they lack language skills, but because they do not understand what the question requires. Next is inappropriate difficulty level. Questions that are too easy or too difficult may fail to measure students' ability accurately. Psychological factors. Excessive anxiety, stress, or Poor physical condition during an examination may negatively influence performance and prevent test results from reflecting actual language competence. In conclusion, validity is the foundation of fair and effective assessment. It ensures that test results accurately represent students' language abilities and support meaningful educational decisions. Therefore, teachers and test developers should continuously evaluate and improve their assessment instruments to maintain a high level of validity. By using valid assessment, we can provide accurate feedback, make informed academic decisions, and better support students' language development. Thank you for your attention. That is all from my presentation about validity in language assessment. I hope this explanation has helped you understand the importance of validity and its role in ensuring and fair language assessment. Thank you for your attention. Have a great day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.